Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Arena Animation, I would like to congratulate Senthil. Senthil is our business partner for this Nungambakkam center. This is our third center in Chennai. Across 30 years, Arena Animation has been in existence for last 30 years. It is a premier brand of Aptech Limited. We are the market leaders in 3D animation, gaming and visual effects. Over last 30 years, we have trained more than 5 lakh students. We have 175 centers across India and we do around 25,000 enrollments in a year. Students of Arena Animation who pass out, they work in all the leading studios and production houses in India and abroad. We are very happy that the center is started and open today. And the whole objective is that predominantly 80% of our students coming to us to study are predominantly undergraduate. So for students who are passing out of class 12, this is one industry which doesn't require degree. So we do vocational training. Students can do 2 hours they can spend in a day at the center. They can also parallelly work. They can also parallelly do their degree in correspondence and they can do a program with us. Programs are spread across 3 months to 3 years. After completion of the program, we help them in placement, which is very important. And that's the reason why we are here. I would also like to welcome Mr. Zamir Hussain. He is the Chief Operating Officer at Basilic Studio. Thank you for coming, and thank you, Ma'am Srinidhi, also for coming. And that's all. We can let all the guests to speak for a while, and then towards the end, if you have any questions, you can ask us. Zamir, you want to talk about the industry?
Yeah, sure. And thank you for having me here. It's great to be a part of this occasion. Thanks, Sendil and Shajan, for really inviting me to this event. To give you a brief about the multimedia and creative industry, this is immense. The kind of scope that is really there and the need for the kind of students that has been there in India has been really immense. And still there is a dearth of students that we are really looking for. And every VFX or a creative industry are very curious to take in students from the training colleges because they bring in fresh perspectives, they bring in fresh thought process, and they are a lot more updated. And this is what every studio would really want to make them more successful. In terms of industry, this has been growing. We are, at least to my knowledge, Basilic Fly has been contributing to about 60% of all Hollywood movies that has been worked on. And majority of the portions happen in India, primarily in Chennai for that matter. And VFX dominance has been in Chennai. And Chennai has got multiple studios that cater to the students. And this has been a very good, starting point for students. Yes, I do understand that multimedia industry is been going through an evolution. There is a lot of technological change that is happening. There is a lot of software changes that are happening. There is a lot of tool changes that are happening. This is an evolution which happens at any given point of time. The students who are able to harness that are going to be the students who are going to win in this race. And all these new technologies are only a tool that is going to support the students. Ultimately, what remains to be not changed is the creative ability to make wonderful and compelling stories that we can make. That can never change. Tools will change. That being said, a good example is the kind of new IPs that has been coming up from the Indian industries as well. You had the Narasimha, you had the many other new IPs that are coming in, which is really giving a huge platform for the students to really explore. And this, I would say, the best time for any new entry, the students to have their new entry into the industry. The opportunities are immense. It is about the personal ability that makes a lot of difference. As Shajan rightly pointed out, this industry does not need certification. It just needs their creative ability and the demonstration of that creative ability to be a part of this industry.
Thank you, sir. As you rightly said, in this era of AI and everything, it is really important to keep the creativity within us alive. So, in the madri or era, to encourage students to learn animation, and to use their creative ability is very need of the hour. And also முன்னாடிலாம் வந்து அனிமேஷன்லாம் வந்து கார்ட்டூன் அந்த மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு. இப்போ வந்து அனிமேஷன் இஸ் லைக் எவ்ரிவேர். Wherever you see, you get to work for that, or like this is like it's like a sea, like நிறைய opportunities இருக்கு. Opportunities are endless and you get to explore everything. And congratulations Sendil sir on your Arena Animation franchisee branch, that too in the heart of the city, that is Nungambakkam. So it is very accessible for every students. So congratulations once again and all the best.
எல்லாருக்கும் தேங்க்யூ வந்ததுக்கு இவ்வளோ தூரம். ஸோ ஃபஸ்ட் அண்ட் ஃபார்மோஸ்ட் ஐ வாண்ட் டு தேங்க் அவர் சீஃப் கெஸ்ட் சார் ஜமீர் சார், இவ்வளோ தூரம் வந்து அண்ட் ஹி ஹஸ் கிவன் மீ இன்சைட்ஸ் அபவுட் தி இண்டஸ்ட்ரி அண்ட் ஆல் தட், அண்ட் ஐ எம் லுக்கிங் ஃபார்வர்ட் டு ஒர்க்கிங் வித் ஹிம். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி இட்ஸ் வெரி ரேர் ஃபார் அ கம்பெனி டு டிரெக்ட்லி ஹாவ் அன் ஒரு இண்டஸ்ட்ரி டைட்டன். ஸோ அவரோட ஐ எம் லுக்கிங் ஃபார்வர்ட் டு ஒர்க்கிங் வித் ஹிம் and students and all that for a great opportunity there. And our location is at the heart of the city, as Srinidhi has rightly pointed out, and the access to our entire city, even from the outskirts, it will be like a really great opportunity for students. And other than that, Arena as a brand, that doesn't need any introduction. ஸோ அவங்களுக்கு தெரியாது இதில் எதுவுமே இல்லை. 30 years they have been in this industry. Institutes have come and gone, but they are still there. So that means something. The reason for me choosing Arena is one of that. And we could have worked with any company. We could have signed up with any franchise. But that doesn't matter. We have to work with the right company. So I'm looking forward to working with Sajan sir as well, and others, Nand and everyone from the company. So this will be a great opportunity for the students as well, and I want to thank my family for supporting me through this process. It was a really hard and tenuous process for me to get this center going on, and at the same time நான் இன்னொரு ஒரு பாயிண்ட் முக்கியமாக சொல்லணும்னா, I am a backbencher as well. So I know how this industry supports backbenchers. Suma, like you don't need to be a topper, you don't need to have that successful academic life. So anyone from any walk of life, if they have a creative part in them, avanga kandipa they can join us, they can explore that creative part, they can learn from the leaders. Adudha more important. So this opportunity is a great opportunity for everyone. So I ask everyone to consider joining our institute, and at the same time don't think of this as a or a career option, not something like that. This is a journey, so you have to start somewhere. So this will be the start of your creative journey, and this will be your vision and your creation, so you should be part of that. So I want to thank everyone for coming here, and press and everyone. So even my family and friends are here, so I want to thank everyone for supporting me, and hopefully we will create something better for the future of animation industry in Chennai in
So,
particular. Yeah.
Three quick points I want to make. All of you are aware that Ramayana is slated for release part 1 in the month of October, November. It's made at a budget of 4,000 crore. A scale which is unbeatable, at scale at par with Hollywood films. Then Varanasi is coming. Rajamouli sir's Varanasi is coming next year. That's around 1,500 crore. And this Ramayana is produced by a studio called DNEC, which was earlier called as Prime Focus. It started from a garage. So today, Indian animation and VFX movie, not only we have the skill, but we have the scale. We have the scale, we have the power, and we have the budget. Earlier, we were just at the skill. We were known as the outsourcing hub of the world, but we are no more outsourcing. Content made in India is traveling across the globe, because today the global audience needs variety, it needs diversity, it needs range, and Indian stories are deep rooted. So budget is there. Lot of things are going to happen in the industry in the next couple of years. The landscape of VFX is going to completely change. In this center, we have all the state-of-the-art machine. It's iron machine. We are teaching software like Maya, 3D Max, Houdini, Blender. Now even movies are getting made in Blender. So we have the software out here. As good a center, as good as infrastructure you have. We have a green room out here. You know, all the VFX gets shot in the chroma setup. We have the setup out here. So any student aspiring to work in a movie like Ramayana or in a movie like Varanasi behind, I mean, as a creative person, everything is out here. And we work we work with 850 recruiting companies. So we have all the companies. The first preferred choice when it comes to hiring is Arena Animation, because we are there for last 30 years. So the center is well equipped, very good infrastructure. We are getting good faculties to teach, because at the end of the day you can buy a machine, but to transfer the knowledge to the student requires good quality faculty. This is going to be a center which will not compromise on the quality. We will ensure that every student comes to us, gets a job, which can help them to move up the value chain.
So courses there are short-term courses, professional courses, and then career courses. So உங்களோட இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் பொறுத்து few months இருக்கலாம், 1 year courses are available, 2 years courses are available. So you want to study multiple disciplinaries, animation, VFX, இது எல்லாமே I want to study நால there are courses.
Gaming programs
yeah. So you want to study just game development மட்டும் தான் என்னோட இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் நால you can pick and choose those. So flexibility is here. So you don't need to like எனக்கு இது இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இல்ல, still I want to study அப்படிலாம் இல்ல. So whatever you are interested in, you can study.
One more thing I want to tell you.
The good thing is that multimedia is a huge industry. இப்போ காலேஜுக்கு போகிற மாதிரி காலேஜில் ஆர்ட்ஸ் இருக்கும், சயின்ஸ் இருக்கும், பாட்னி இருக்கும், ஜுவாலஜி இருக்கும். அந்த மாதிரி மல்டிமீடியாக்குள்ளே அவ்வளோ நிறைய ஸ்பெஷலைசேஷன்ஸ் இருக்குது. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் விஎஃப்எக்ஸ் இஸ் அ பார்ட் ஆஃப் மல்டிமீடியா. விஎஃப்எக்ஸ்குள்ளே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா மாடலிங் இருக்குது, டெக்ஸ்சரிங் இருக்குது, அனிமேஷன் இருக்குது, ரிக்கிங் இருக்குது, சாஃப்ட்வேர் டெவலப்மெண்ட் இருக்குது, பைப்லைன் டூல் டெவலப்மெண்ட் இருக்குது, கம்போசிட்டிங் இருக்குது, ட்ராக்கிங் இருக்குது. இதுலேயே இவ்வளோ இருக்குது. இதை தாண்டி கான்செப்ட்ஸ் இருக்குது, இதை தாண்டி டிசைன் இருக்குது, இதை தாண்டி கேம் டெவலப்மெண்ட் இருக்குது, இதை தாண்டி ஏஆர் அண்ட் விஆர் டெவலப்மெண்ட் இருக்குது. It's immense opportunities that people can explore. Adding to what Shajan also said, Ramayana is just the tip of the iceberg. We are working for equivalently massive projects now which cannot be shared in public space. One being even the project of what Atleast that is going on now. Those are all pretty massive, and that's the kind of scale and that's the kind of massive projects that is lined up for the next 3 years at least. That's how the industry is reshaping. I would want to second also the thought that Shajan has said that earlier India was seen more as an outsourcing hub. Now India is seen as a creative hub where we create our own IPs, and this is the right time.
Sir, நிறைய ஸ்டூடண்ட்ஸ் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஏஐ நோக்கி தான் கிளாஸ்லாம் போயிருக்காங்க. இப்போ மல்டிமீடியா பண்ணுறதுனால எப்படி சார் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் என்ன சொல்கிறாங்க?
ஸோ நான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அண்ட் ஃபார்மோஸ்ட் என்ன சொல்லுவேன்னா, ஏஐ இஸ் அன் டூல். ஸோ த டூல் இஸ் நாட் கோனா ரீப்ளேஸ் த கிராஃப்ட்ஸ்மேன். ஓகே, ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் அ நியூ டூல். ஸோ ஈவன் மல்டிமீடியா we have integrated AI courses. So the good thing about Arena enna appadina, we will always keep up with the situation. So there is a new tool in the industry, they will start a course there. So there is no compromise on we are lagging behind on anything. So as even for AI இன்னைக்கு எல்லாமே AI தான், தொட்டதுக்குலாம் AI. So even with AI is a tool that can be used by a creative person. So in multimedia, there is an immense opportunity. The AI is not going to replace you in a creative field for sure. And we are also integrating that AI, generative AI especially. Dedicated courses for generative AI is also available for the students to join. So that will make sure their career is future proof.
So student qualification fees over.
So there is no official qualification or anything. Even if you are a dropout, even if you are a diploma dropout, there is no age limit or nothing like that. யாருனால earn பண்ணலாம். Even if you are a school student, you want to learn animation, you are a gamer, உங்களுக்கு கேம் டெவலப் பண்ணால் என்னன்னு தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும், you are a big movie goer, எனக்கு இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு மேசிவ் மூவியில் எப்படி எடுக்கிறாங்க, I want to learn VFX, you can learn. ஏஜ் கேப் இதுக்கு எதுவுமே கிடையாது. And at the same time there is no qualification or anything like that, just your interest, that's it.
It starts from around 25,000 and goes up till 3.5 lakh, and it's payable in installment. So student can pay in monthly equator installment, so there is no financial burden. One more thing I want to tell you is that look at India as a country. We are now the content creator economy. There are roughly around 8 lakh plus content creators, but most of these content creators do not know how to monetize. They make good stuff, but don't monetize. So Arena, under the ambit of Arena Originals, we are launching India's first IP program. storytelling in animation, which is going to be delivered by Vaibhav Kumaresh, one of India's most celebrated animation filmmakers. Small cohort, only 40 students, entry by selection. After the students create their IP, then we take it to distributors like a Jio Hotstar or a Sony, and then we help them to monetize it. Because that's the future. The future of India is going to be IP creation. And with the success of Mahavita Narsimha, which was made at a budget of 15 crore by an animation student called Ashwin, that movie raked in 325 crore at the box office, which means Indian animation films are watched by Indian audience. Earlier, we used to watch only Pixar, Disney animation film, but that is completely changing now. You will see a lot of Indian IPs getting created, and this is going to travel across the world.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
சார் இதுக்கு ஆன்லைனில் கோர்சஸ் அவைலபிள் இருக்கா? இப்போ நிறைய இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ் வந்து ஆன்லைனில் கொடுக்குறாங்க, இல்லை ஃபிசிக்கலாக மட்டும்தான் நம்ம வந்து
Online, see, there is lot of online providers like Udemy, Coursera, but this sort of programs require physical touch. You have to play on the machine. There is a lot of physical intervention required. Online, to a certain extent, only you can study, because our programs are simulated as per the industry studio requirement. So, if you want to grow up the value, I mean, go your trajectory, online will not suffice. Of course, there are, but it is very limited.